Have the author of Beating Obamacare, Betsy McCaughey, is with us. And Betsy, can you tell us what's actually left of Obamacare? Because there have been a ton of delays, and now this contraception mandate blow.
Well, first of all, the court ruled 5-4 today that if you like your God, you can keep your God, even if you also have to run a business. And that's the most important thing about this decision. And what's left of Obamacare? Well, one of the reasons that this decision went 5-4 is that there is nothing, Charles, in this law that requires employers to provide contraception or the morning after pill, which was at issue in the Hobby Lobby case. Absolutely nothing. And that is why Kennedy, Justice Anthony Kennedy, the swing vote, said, look, it's the bureaucrats inside the Department of Health and Human Services that are trying to force these families who are very religious and run their businesses according to their faith. They're trying to force them to provide this morning after pill. There's nothing in this law, nothing passed by our democratically elected Congress that said that.
So then, Betsy, is it an indictment against Obamacare, or the overarching theme of the last week or so with the Supreme Court, an indictment against an overreach of executive power or privilege?
Well, it's certainly the latter. And the fact is that if this decision hadn't occurred, the next president, the incoming president, could have reversed this order by the Department of Health and Human Services anyway, because it was overreaching by an executive branch department that put this mandate for contraceptives in the first place. And let's be clear that this isn't an access issue. That's a straw woman, because the fact is that the Hobby Lobby health insurance plan and all the others out there pay for a woman to go to the doctor and get a prescription. This was about a $35 pill that they wanted to be free. Now, let's see, Charles. Religious freedom or a $35 pill? Let's see. Well, the United States Supreme Court decided that religion was worth more than $35, and I agree with them.
So the impact, because, you know, when people hear, you know, it sounds like a small business, this S Corps. It doesn't sound like, we're talking 90% of businesses.
Airlines.
Yeah, but this is 90% of the business.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And businesses like Hobby Lobby or the Hans business, these families ran their businesses the way they run their lives. They tried to apply biblical principles so they wouldn't ship liquor in their...
But what does it mean to Obamacare in general? Does it mean anything? I mean, if I'm a small business, do I feel like maybe there's relief coming in other aspects of the law?
Well, perhaps, but what's really important here is that the United States Supreme Court is saying the law trumps regulations, and this administration has tried to use regulation imposed by the executive branch to run people's lives even when Congress disagrees.
Where are we now with respect to this thing starting to disintegrate? We've mentioned the rule changes that have sort of come out of left field sometimes. The Supreme Court decision. Where are we now with the idea that maybe this will ultimately implode on itself without any sort of outside action?
Well, it seems as if we're moving in that direction. Don't forget the 2014 midterm elections will be a referendum on Obamacare. Politicians all over the country are using this as their weapon for victory. And so there's defunding ahead. People are seeing skyrocketing premiums. And more important, people are realizing that they're losing their jobs or they're losing their full-time job status.
It has been an unmitigated disaster. Betsy, you have been on top of this like no one else. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate it.